And you must request. Yeah, but we can have another lesson before paper 1, obviously. I have so many functions videos that are coming out of my ears. Yeah, that's me. You're looking at a... Okay. Yes, of course. Okay, factoriseer die volgende volledig. We need to factorize completely of fully. Hierdie is omtrent 3 punte werd. Na dit factoriseer of vereenvoudig julle vir my die volgende. After this, you simplify. Well, you need to factorize and simplify. I don't know what you need to simplify. There we go. Oeh, hier gaan ons iets belangriker sien. Wat belangrik is vir vraestel 1, obviously. I love how you're all sitting in the front row. That's so cool. Your dedication is just... Oh. Okay, factoriseer. Vraag 1. What do we need to do? I'm thinking brackets. I'm thinking let's put the last 2 terms in a bracket. What do you think? Well, yeah, it's grouped halfway already. Halfpad gegroepeer. So I'm going to say bracket, but then what must I remember? Wat moet ek onthou die oomblik as ek 'n hakkie oopmaak en my eerste term was negatief. So, or, you know, I'm taking out a minus in front of the bracket.
Make it a plus.
You need to change the signs in the bracket. As jy nie nou by is nie, dan moet ek vir jou 'n ander manier verduidelik. I can explain this using a different method. I don't mind at all. Okay. Opsie nommer 2. The minus goes with the R, the plus goes with the S. Nothing stops me from swapping places. Ek mag dit doen. I'm allowed to say, listen, I feel more confident with the S in the front and the R in the second place. So, because why? Because now if I factorize, I simply put them in brackets and I don't change the signs. It's a longer way to go about it, but for some other reason, the moment kids have to factorize out a minus, they lose their minds. Daai is hoe ek dit sou doen. Ek sou 'n minus uitfaktoriseer en 'n hakkie om gaan sit. But then all the signs change. And then you're going to say, but ma'am, yours and mine, I mean, this and this looks completely different. They're actually exactly the same thing. We call it the sign change rule. Teken verander reël. I would love for these 2 brackets to look identical, but alas, they are not. How do I fix that? Change the sign, swap the contents. Now it looks exactly the same. Who would have thought? Nou kan jy factoriseer. So this is a really long way to go about it, but it is correct and an alternative method. You do the sign change rule. So what we do is we say change the plus to a minus and then swap these 2. And the reason why we would do that is because we want those brackets to be completely identical. R minus S, nie S minus R nie, R minus S. Nou is hulle presies dieselfde. R minus S is jou gemeene factor. What do we put in the second bracket? Grade 9 work. Minus 1, are we done? Nee, hoekom? Ja, verskil van 2 vierkante, dots, difference of 2 squares. Nou is jy klaar.
To be minus 1 because there's 1 outside the bracket.
Yes, there's an invisible 1 over here. And that's where the minus 1 comes from. Very good. Hier is 'n verskriklike maklike factorisering vraag. I'm not gonna stop here. I think we should move on to something more relevant. Please take notes to something more relevant. Vraag 1.2. Ons het baie lanklaas die factorisering van derde magte gedoen. Jy weet hoe ons die verskil van kwadrate kry, the difference of 2 squares? Well, did you know that we can also get the sum or the difference of 2 cubes? So nou het ek aan die bokant het ek 'n volkome derde mag plus 'n volkome derde mag. Obviously skryf ek nie 1 tot die mag 3 nie, maar 1 en 1 tot die mag 3 is die same damn thing. So obviously I'm gonna erase that 3. Maar hoe faktoriseer ons die som of die verskil van derde magte? So ja.
Would it be wrong if I have 3 just
No, of course you can do it, no problem. You might recall that I used a certain analogy to explain this. And I said, this is the mommy, this is me, Anya. What's my daughter's name? No, that's Simeon and this my Sinky, my dogtertjie is Emily. So I'm the mommy. Emily is the mini-me. Okay? Emily looks like this. Emily en Anya. Kan julle sien, om vir Emily te kry, het ek gesê die derde magswortel. So you take the cube root, and then you get little mini-me. Now, why am I talking about that? Because when we factorize the first, the first bracket is Emily. And that is her mommy, but the mini version. But then we need a second bracket. So wat ek nou doen is, waarmee ek besig is, for those of you wondering, I'm simply factorizing the numerator of my fraction. Numerator is jou noemer. Teller, dis jou teller. Och, dis so te mekaar Engels en Afrikaans. Die teller is die bokant. Factorizing the top. So we have the sum of 2 cube numbers. Emily is die mini-me. What goes in the second bracket? Emily gaan groot word. We square. Jy gaan nou begin goedjies kwadreer. Jy gaan sê, okay, Emily is growing up. It's not going to remain x. Jy gaan dit kwadreer, dan kry jy x kwadraat. Everyone agrees. I hope so. Oops. Okay. That's the first part. But something else will happen as well. That 1, we're going to square the 1. Nou, 1 is nou maklik, want 1 maal 1 is nou net 1. You will always have a positive term for the last one. En dan die laaste ding wat ons gaan doen, is, en dis nou waar kinders die mekaar raak, we are going to take the x times by 1, and that gives you the middle term. Simply x. Maar watter teken kom voor my turquoise x? Minus. It will be the opposite sign. So as Emily se eerste hakie 'n plus het, dan gaan hier 'n minus kom. Nou het ons dit gefaktoriseer. Het julle geweet, jy kan nie hierdie hakie verder faktoriseer nie. Die hakie met die donkerblou turquoise en pers. You cannot factorize that any further. But at least we factorize. So kom ons sit dit gou terug in ons vraag in. Dan raak dit x plus 1. X kwadraat minus x plus 1. Dit was die bokant. My jene, dit lyk nou vir my presies dieselfde as die onderkant. Nou gaan jy sê, maar juffrou, jy mag nie uitkanselleer nie, want jy 3 terme aan die onderkant. Did you know that if I put a bracket around the entire bottom, it's 1 term? Ek kan nie individueel gaan uitkanselleer, cancel. Kan ek dit doen nie? Maar as ek die hele onderkant kan uitkanselleer met iets aan die bokant, skryf jy? Alright, skryf jy? Ja. As ek die hele bokant se hakie kan uitkanselleer met die volledige hakie aan die onderkant, that I may do. Jebel. Ek wil graag, jy gaan moontlik punte verloor. Ek wil graag sien dat jy dit vir my wys. Ek wil dit sien. Ek wil sien dat jy liggies uitkanselleer. Finale antwoord x plus 1 skryf. Hierdie is 'n belangrike voorbeeld. Die faktorisering van derde magte is belangrik vir die eksamen. Maak 'n sterretjie, né? Finale antwoord is wat? X plus 1. Okay, julle is op dit vandag. I love it. Ons is 'n soort van klaar met faktorisering. Ek sal baie graag net ook 'n Wat noem jy die ding? Kwadratiese vergelyking wil doen, nee? Quadratic, what? Skus, wat het ek nou met my... Julle, waar is my... Okay. Ek wil baie graag net gou 'n kwadratiese vergelyking ook doen. Faktorisering. Okay. Faktoriseer asseblief vir my die volgende uitdrukking. You need to factorize this. Asseblief. Probeer gou eers self, dan gaan ek nou vir julle help. Sê maar as ek julle moet help, né? Oh, die sakrekenaars. Oh, okay. You can do this using your calculator. I hate doing this on my calculator. Ja, sien, dis die probleem. I don't know about you guys. Dis vinniger om dit so te doen as op jou sakrekenaar. I don't know yet. I'm gonna see. Okay, please factorize the negative out, change all the signs. That's the first step. Second step would be, what are the factors of 3? Wat is die faktore van 3? Wel, dis 'n priemgetal, so dis 1 maal 3. Ek skryf hulle onder mekaar. Jy hoef hulle glad nie te switch nie. Jy hoef dit glad nie te doen nie. Ek gaan nou vir jou wys, ja? Well, yes, I don't like having my a value as a negative value. So dit is my coefficient van x kwadraat, the coefficient of x squared. I prefer, I'm a creature of habit, so I enjoy writing the expression in decreasing powers of x, starting with the highest power, ending with the lowest or no power. En dan hou ek nie daarvan as daar 'n minus is nie. So for me, this is just personal preference, dit lyk mooi skoon. No, you can factorize straight from here into 2 brackets. I prefer having it this way. En nou gaan ek vir ons dit faktoriseer. Great. Nou gaan ons sê, cool. Factors of 3, 1 and 3. Factors of 12 slightly more complicated. Want daar is verskeie faktore van 12. Ek dink 2 en 6 sal werk. That is my proposal. 2 and 6. Dit is nou toevallig dat ek dit nou reg raai. It might not work the first time. 6 maal 2 gee vir my 12. Ek wil eintlik minus 12 hê. Okay. So nou wat ek doen om seker te maak ek jaag nie nonsens aan nie. 3 maal 6, 18. 1 maal 2, 2. Ek het 'n minus 12 wat sê opposite signs in your brackets. You need different signs. The one will be a plus, the other one will be a minus. Furthermore, we want to end with plus 16. The only way that's possible is if there's a plus in front of the 18, a minus in front of the 2. Daar is 'n video hieroor op YouTube. Nou gaan ek sê, alright, daai plus voor die 18, skuif soontoe, die minus, gaan sit daar. Close your brackets, ching, ching, en jou x kom dan daar. So jou een hakie gaan wees x plus 6, die ander hakkie gaan wees 3x minus 2, maar ek is nie heeltemal klaar nie, want dan moet 'n minus aan die voorkant wees. If you decided, no ma'am, I don't like the way you operate, okay, dan het jy direk as volg gegaan. 6 plus x, 3x, ek jok, 2 minus 3x, lekker so. It's the same thing.
So man, I used the calculator and I got 3x minus 2x plus.
Perfect.
So
But I want you to then have a minus in the front.
must there be a
Yeah,
okay, the calculator in the middle put a minus there.
because the calculator will only give you the roots of the solution. The calculator does not tell you whether your function is increasing or decreasing. And technically speaking, this is a downward facing parabola. Now, who would have thought? This is a kwadratiese vergelijking. It's a parabola. Did you know that your parabola, whether it's upward facing or downward facing, have the same roots? Your calculator only gives you the roots. Your calculator does not tell you, please put a minus in the front.
So it's
Problem.
This is better.
That's why I prefer doing it this way.
So man, technically this is wrong.
You will lose 1 mark. You will get 3 out of 4 of the 2 uit 3. Sweets. Okay.
How do I know if I have to put a minus in?
You need to look at the coefficient of x squared. So your a value is minus 3. Downward facing, you need a minus in the front. Hello?
So man,
Wat? Kan jy dit asseblief gaan weer vir my herhaal? Ja. Ja. Maar 6 plus x en x plus 6 is dieselfde ding. Die issue is nie met die 6 plus x nie, die issue is dat daai minus maal met daai. Daai is 'n sign change. Ja, maar jy moet nou onthou, as ons maal ons van links na regs. En dit is 'n algemene probleem. Algemeen. Ons maal van links na regs. Ons het vir julle geleer, hierdie is minus 1. Dis my 1 faktor. My volgende faktor is x plus 6. My volgende faktor is 3x min 2. As ons maal ons van links na regs. So jy maal eers hierdie 2 en daai antwoord maal jy dan met 3x min 2. Jy maal nie, dis nie distribute nie. Jy maal nie 'n minus 1 in al die hakies in nie, want dan maal jy dit dubbel in. Which is very iffy, tricky, irriterend, ek weet, maar dit is belangrik dat jy dit wel kan doen. Any final questions?
so man, it's only if the number in front of the x squared is negative is a minus. That's all.
Ja, that's all. Okay, daar was nog 'n voorbeeld wat ek met julle wou doen. Ons gaan gou algebraiese breuke doen. Algebraic fractions, I know it's a crowd favorite.
Is that substitution?
Nee. Just wait. Dankie. Okay, vereenvoudig of simplify? Oeh, hier kom groot moeilikheid. Nee, ek jok, is nie so erg nie. Kyk of julle dit vir my kan vereenvoudig asseblief. Het julle woordsomme gedoen? Kan julle onthou?
Small word is the
Word problems. I wanted to put it in the exam, but now
exactly. Ja.
geen getalpatrone nie. Ons gaan nou, ek kyk net gou wat ek nog wil doen vandag. Jy wil?
And would you advise us to write out the bracket twice, or should we just like?
I advise you to write out the bracket twice, yes. Oh, shame, julle gaan nou regtig nie baie van my hou nie. Fooi tog. Hierdie voorbeeld wat ek nou hierna gaan doen, maar ek moet dit doen. Okay. This one's fine, this one's very easy. This is for 3 marks. Ons kan dit doen, hè? So julle reg. Is op die regte pad, Malachi. No, man. I know it was a long time ago, but you guys are very smart. Kom ons kyk gou. Ek gaan my highlighters uithaal. Julle ken vir my. Ek en highlighter kom baie goed oor die weg. Okay. X plus 3 is pink. X minus 3, die eerste enetjie is blou. And shall we do yellow? There we go. Looks like it's all the pastel colors. What?
Why do you use a purple and with a 10?
Because the one fraction only has one bracket, x minus 3, but the other fraction has 2 identical brackets, and each bracket gets their own color. So as ek dink aan wat is my kleinste gemeene veelvoud of kleinste gemeene deler, lowest common denominator. Okay, ons kyk na die noemer, dan moet die noemer pink, pers en geel bevat. Pink is x plus 3.
Even if they're the same.
Even if they are the same, because the one is x is a bracket squared and the other one is just a bracket. But both of them need at least the bracket squared. Jy ten minste, even if the brackets are the same, that's what it boils down to. Linkerkant se breek het net een van hulle, regterkant se breek het 2. So all of them should have pink, purple and yellow. Okay, so hier gaan ons met maal met geel bo en geel onder. En hier moet ons maal met pink bo en pink onder. Because this way, you're not changing the value of your expression. Jy verander nie die waarde van jou uitdrukking nie, maar jy manipuleer dit, sodat almal dieselfde noemers het. Beloof, ja. And the moment all your denominators look the same, you can put them over one, like on one straight line. Die oomblik as al jou noemers dieselfde is, sit julle op een lyntjie. En nou net as 'n point of interest, well, hopefully this is very interesting to everyone. Maar jy hoef nooit die onderkant te gaan uitmaal nie. Please leave the bottom as is. Die onderkant, jy los hom net so, die bokant gaan jy vereenvoudig. Enige vrae? Sal julle dit kan doen? Ek hoop so. Okay, ek wil 'n bietjie kyk na eksponente. Is julle reg om na eksponente te kyk? Hallo. Ja, juffrou.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, julle kan nog eers neerskryf, maar ek skryf solank die volgende enetjie vir julle neer. Oei, die gaan lekker wees. 1.3.1, kom ons doen 1.3.2. Ja, ek beloof jou, jy ken hom.
Daar moet 'n fout wees.
Daar is nie 'n fout nie.
Thank you.
Ek gaan julle net gou hoe werk daai trip down memory lane? I'm going to take you on a trip down memory lane. You're going to enjoy this so much. Can you remember in grade 8? That's very long ago. We said the following.
My deep mistake.
Oh, yeah. Yes, we did say the following. Kyk hierso. Oh, can you remember that if your bases are the same, that we add the powers? My jene,
That's if you want.
we are multiplying. We've got P and P and Q and Q.
But man, does 3p count as the same base?
No. But listen properly. We will proceed. Kyk hierso. Kyk, 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 kyk. That was on purpose, okay? Hierso is P and its corresponding exponents. They go together, hand in hand. Likewise, Q and Q go in hand. Hand in hand. Hoe werk dit? Okay. So dis regtig nie so moeilik nie. Jy moet net sê 5 op 3 plus minus 2 op 3. That's for pink. Pink. You add the powers. You go and you say, let me plus these two. Plus. Hallo, daar's net twee P's. No, you don't need to, but you don't even have to show this step. But I'm doing it to show you that the rule says plus. I am plussing a positive and a negative. It's going to become a minus.
So it's actually 5 or 3 minus 2.
Correct? Yeah. Well, okay, and for key, again, you don't need to show this step. I'm going to show it because I'm a teacher. That's what I do. Beloof, ja. Is julle nou by?
Yes.
Is julle nou bietjie minder bang? Mhm. So dis 3 op 3 is 1. Half minus half is 0. Dis net 3p. It started off so complicated, but the final answer is so eenvoudig. So, ja. Okay, nou gaan ons dit obviously gaan dit nie so maklik bly nie.
I got some Oreos.
Oreos are finished.
Sit that away.
Well, if you can set it up for me, you're welcome. Right. Hier is julle volgende vraagie. Hoeveel terme het ons bo die lyn? So wat moet ons doen?
We have 3. Then 3c.
Faktoriseer. Huh? So daai minus skei die terme. It separates terms. So we need to factorize. Nou, dit is regtig up to you.
Difference between squares.
No, we are not doing the difference between, nee, huh?
Oh, the common factor.
Ja, we're going to take out a common factor. Julle sal dalk onthou, ek het gesê dat ek het 2 kinders. Okay? Simeon and Emily, but I only have 1 chocolate brownie. That's the 3. Both of them would like their own chocolate brownie. Please, Mom. So ons gee vir Emily haar eie chocolate brownie. Simeon, jy kry ook 'n chocolate brownie. Jou chocolate brownie is die getal, daar's Simeon, maar hy kry ook 'n 3. Huh? You don't have to do this. But because I know where kids make mistakes, I tend to levitate, hoe werk jy dan? Gravitate. Iewers is daar 'n woord. I gravitate towards this method. Okay? The reason why I like this is because it's very easy to identify your highest common factor. It's not technically the highest, but it is a common factor. So ek hou daarvan om dan 3 tot die mag n uit te haal. I like to get rid of the component factor, whatever, with the variable. Ek hou nie daarvan dat my veranderlike rondfloat in my som nie. I don't like it. Okay, so jou gemeene faktor 3 tot die mag n. What goes in the brackets at the top? Okay. Right, hoeveel terme het ek nou bo die lyn? 1. Dan kan ek uitkanselleer. 3 tot die mag 4 is 81 minus 18. 9 maal 7 is 63. And if I'm not mistaken, this will give you 1. Ja. Jy kan dit doen, maar gaan dit jou help? Ja, som gaan dalk 'n bietjie anders lyk, maar het jy dieselfde antwoord? Kom maar kyk gou. Ek seker dis reg. Jy mag dit so doen. Ja, jy kan dit definitief so doen. Ja. 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 Volpunte. Daar's meer as een manier om dit te doen. There's more than one way to do it. Ek het nie my grootste gemeene faktor uitgehaal nie. Ek het net my faktor uitgehaal met die veranderlike. I did not take out the highest common factor. I only took out the factor with the variable. But you could take out the highest common factor as well. Right. Dit was 'n lekker vragie. Ja. You can take out 3n plus 2. You can take out 3 to the power of n plus 2. So wat Lisa Marie gedoen het, wat baie oulik was. I just want to show you, shush. Lisa Marie het die volgende gedoen. She said 6 is 2 times 3. She prime factorized 3n plus 1. And then, so dis nou net vir die bokant, which then changed to 2 maal 3 to die mag, that's a 1. She added the powers, toe sy nou n plus 2. En toe sy factoriseer, toe sy highest common factor is in fact 3 n plus 2. I've got 3 squared minus 2 remaining. Anyway, is 'n ander manier, ek het nou net aan die bokante gekyk. Ja, I didn't do the bottom at all. Then she said, well, it's going to cancel completely with the n plus 2 at the bottom. So she ended up with 9 minus 2, which is 7 over 7. That's just 1 as well. Smaller numbers in the brackets, same answer. Ja. Ja, selfde ding. Ja. Selfde ding. How cool is mathematics? Ek wil so graag ek wil so graag vergelykings doen met breuke. I know. I'm so excited about that. 'n vergelyking, an equation with fractions. That's factorizing. Kom ons kyk of ooh, ongelykhede. Julle,
I got the G's. I got the B's. Yeah, that's it.
no, this is not the test.
Which is
So many options, so little time. Okay.
that's your voice for that.
Solve for x. Los op vir x. Okay, gaat ons. Dis die eerste een wat ek wil hê julle moet doen. Korrek.
I just should say.
Hm? What's wrong? Het iemand iets gesê? Is iets fout? O, my genade. Oh, we need to do this. Hoe los ons die vergelyking op?
We have to factorize.
Same denominator.
Check if it factorized. We first check them and then you have to.
Okay. Highlighters. Let's go. X plus 2, x plus 6, so, and then a 1, shame. So surely your LCD,
Is x plus 2.
okay. So we really want to make all the denominators exactly the same. You don't need to show this step. Did you know?
So that's not important.
No, not
So you
really.
just immediately.
I would give marks for that. Yeah,
So, okay. So we can't just multiply it immediately, man.
you can.
I have to just leave a small for that.
No, but I'm going to give you a mark for the x plus 6. You need to show that step. Yeah.
They don't have to be 100%.
All the denominators need to look exactly the same. So
Man, all they like to be in the same line.
why am I what?
All they like to be in the same line. Go to functions.
Ja, ons kan dit op dieselfde lyn sit. Dis fine, maar ek wil nou vir julle ietsie wys. Maar you can definitely do that. Yes. Okay, so ek gaan vir jou 'n punt gee vir x plus 6. Ek gee vir jou 'n punt vir x plus 2. En dan x plus 2, x plus 6. Maak al jou noemers dieselfde. And if you make all your denominators the same, your numerators will change.
You cancel.
Nee, ja, wel wat gaan ons nou uitkanselleer? The denominators. Want die oomblik as al jou noemers dieselfde is, dan kan jy hulle mos maar net gaan uitlos. You are only allowed to do this with an equation. Oops, not an expression.
So I choose the top as well.
What do you mean, why did I do the top as well?
Why don't you begin with
Where?
Like where at the top.
No. Nee, die oomblik as ek gaan uitkanselleer soos dit, nê? Then I'm back where I started. And the name of the game is make your denominators the same. Jy moet jou noemers presies dieselfde maak. Nou gaan jy 'n kwadratiese vergelyking hê. I'm certain that you can solve this. Ja, nou het dit verander want die oomblik as jy dan jou noemers uitkanselleer, only with an equation that you can get rid of the denominators. Absolutely. Jy kan dit net doen in 'n vergelyking. Jy mag nie dit doen met 'n uitdrukking nie. I'm going to quickly go back to something. Remember this one. Onthou julle hierdie? Kan julle onthou dat my finale antwoord het nog steeds my noemers bevat? The final answer still has the denominator because that was not an equation. Ons het nie gesê los op vir x is gelyk aan iets. Daar's nêrens 'n is gelyk aan teken in die aanvanklike vraag nie. It's not an equation. Leave your denominator, or keep your denominator. Hierso, dis 'n vergelyking, is gelyk aan. Dan kan jy ontslaa raak van al jou noemers. OK, kom ons los op. Kwadratiese vergelyking, well, it seems that it would cancel. En dan het jy 10x plus 8 is gelyk aan 8x plus 12. This is very easy. 2x equals 4, x equals 2. Maklik. Okay, ek wil net gou vir julle ietsie noem. When you get your final answer, please always check. Doe net gou 'n tongtippie toets. Maak seker dat 2 nie dalk 'n waarde is wat sal veroorsaak dat jy deur 0 deel nie. In other words, if you had a solution, I want to show you something. Suppose, hypothetically speaking, your answer was -2. Can I leave it as -2? Nee, hoekom nie?
X can't be
Want x kan nie -2 wees nie, dan deel ek deur 0. And then you would reject your final answer. You would write it down and then say, nie van toepassing, not applicable, no solution, as dit nou -2 was. Because you're not allowed to divide by 0. So your aanvanklike vraag. So whenever you have an equation with fractions and you get an answer, you double check your answer asseblief.
X equal to 2.
X is equal to 2 because that's mathematically correct. Hypothetically speaking, I said, what if we had -2 as an answer? That would pose a very big problem for us.
So X was a mark. If there was minus
Yeah. You wouldn't lose a mark, but you would not get your final mark because you need to show that you reject the answer. If you need to go, no problem. I have no issues. I thought just maybe we can do one simultaneous equation. Ons kan een gelyktydige vergelyking doen, an easy one, and then we're done. Okay, how's that? Yeah. You would say no solution for x, or you would reject and say nie van toepassing of x element of empty whatever, x not an element of real numbers, whatever that would be. When would you write that? Very good question. When would we write? Paella? When would we give an answer like x element of real numbers? Suppose that you did this whole skedaddle julle ding, and then you got to an answer, dankie. Then you would have 0, 0. Both sides would be equal. In this case, as jy ooit met so iets eindig aan die einde van jou som, and both sides look the same, you'll say, well, x can be any value.
But does that mean X? What does it? I know what XER means.
XER means x is an element of any real number. That means x can be any value that your calculator acknowledges. Anything that does not give you a math error. It's any integer, fraction, rational, irrational, decimal, enigiets. Dis enige getal on your number line. That's a real number, yeah?
Can it be 0 also?
Yeah. 0 is a number on the number line. That's x element of real numbers. When would we not have any solution for x?
When
There's
it's
no.
equal to a negative.
Suppose that we had 2x plus 10 equals 2x plus 4. In this case, if you then subtract the 2, remember you take all your like terms to the same side. Jy gaan altyd al jou gelyksoortige terme na dieselfde kant toe vat, nê? Then you would have 0 is equal to -6. Not possible. No solution.
Oh, so if it doesn't make
Geen
sense,
oplossing. It's different to the following. Ek jok. Okay. Hierdie is anders. As jy nou al jou gelyksoortige terme van, dan kry jy x is gelyk aan 0. That's fine. That's a solution. Dit kan jy hê, geen probleem. So dis is al 3 spesiale gevalle. Ons het dit wel as julle was nie laas jaar begin van die jaar by my nie, maar in graad 9 behandel ons dit. Dan sê ons daar's 3 spesiale gevalle. Of x is enigiets, so that would mean left hand side completely equal to right hand side. Or no solution for x, dis as jou x uitkanselleer, maar jy het nog steeds iets aan die ander kant van jou weegskaal. Or x is equal to 0, which is a very valid solution. Dis al spesiale gevalle. Okay, dis my storie vir vandag. Ons gaan volgende week weer 'n klas doen. Enigiets. En dan moet ons 'n klas inhaal.
Understood.
That means we need to catch up a missed lesson, or I think like 2 lessons somewhere.
My fault, because I'm